Hello, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Bri, and we are going to jump into your reading for May, the first couple of weeks in 2021, or whenever you're seeing and vibing with this video. Most of you know how tarot energy works, or you wouldn't be watching, so I appreciate you being here today, sharing your good energy with me, Taurus. Beautiful, beautiful, Taurus. You, Taurus, are starting out with the Strength card. This is a major arcana card. This is fantastic energy. This is that Leo fiery energy here. This is you being successful, being unafraid to start uh, and start new journeys, end out cycles, close out cycles. This is also this energy possibly being present around you, a Leo being present in your energy or around you during this time. For my Taurus out there, you embodying this energy and being kind of fearless to start new cycles and take on new challenges, and frankly being intimidating to some people around you during this time. I'm getting that energy from this card during this time for you, my Taurus out there. But again, this could be a spouse, a potential spouse coming in, a potential dating partner also coming in, and a very dominant, sure of themselves kind of an energy, and just exerting their will and strength and power, being very confident in themselves, paying the cost to be the boss type of energy for my Taurus out there, knowing that you have all of what it takes, that you've been through many experiences, you have a lot of education and talents behind you to propel you forward, and just feeling very sure and confident of yourself during this time. Or again, someone around you in this energy or coming towards you in a romantic sense, possibly for some of you Taurus singles out there. This could be your spouse if you are in a relationship. Just feeling very successful, very dominant, and owning that energy during this time, and having the strength to overcome any obstacles that you may even be presented with during this time. For my Taurus out there, now, when we see this Knight of Wands energy, the rock star energy, we know that those of you who are working or who are in a school situation, we know that you are kicking butt, and you are being viewed as a leader or someone to come to for advice, or potentially come to for help, or just the star employee at this point. We see you being in the spotlight during this time, and because you're in such a good vibe, a good energy, you're radiating a great light about you during this time for my Taurus out there. And we also see you wanting to get yourself out there a little bit. Some of you are now interested in dating and are being more public, and you're going to find yourself, now that the world is reopening, getting out and going to enjoy yourself, going to enjoy some shows, some movies, or things of that nature, concerts. Some of you are musicians and will be picking that back up and have the ability to perform again. Some of you have children that are performers also, that play different instruments, and they'll be able to delve back into those things. So we see this just being a fun, exciting time for you during this time period, and also just some good times coming in, Taurus. We see you being able to have a little fun coming up during these first couple of weeks in May, or at least planning to do so. Planning to be able to go out and enjoy some things. New starts. We have another major arcana during this time frame for you, Taurus. Again, we see this fearless nature. You willing to put yourself out there for these new starts and not being afraid. We see you being fearless, ready to jump off a cliff, take a dive, new start, knowing that you're fully supported by the universe. Many of you have a loving companion, guides, angels, potentially animals, familiars, and things like that around you that protect you and shield you, and going to be helping you and guiding you in these new steps that you are very adamant about, Taurus, and it looks like it's going to be very successful. You are putting yourself out there, or the universe is going to put you out there, and you're going to be shining your light bright during these next couple of weeks. You're going to be moving into new cycles, at least two, or wrapping up and beginning new cycles. And it looks like you've initiated these cycles. These are new beginnings that you want, that you've worked towards, and it looks like they're going to work out very well for you, especially with this determined, passionate energy that you're coming in with. You're ready for this new start. Yeah, you're putting yourself out there. We see the Princess of Swords, you or yourself. You or the universe is putting you out there. Your gods are putting you out there. It looks like you're going to be the voice of reason for many people during this time. Also, for my Taurus out there, it looks like you're standing up for good, or doing something positive for yourself or within the community, or just standing your ground. We see a lot of you who are very spiritual, petitioning your gods or praying to your gods for different things for this time, and that being successful. asking the universe to help you with things right down here in the 3D plane. When you're asking for justice, you're calling for justice right down here. If people are transgressed against you, you're not just asking for universal karma, but you're asking for karma right down here in the earthly plane and things of that nature. And we see this being successful. We see some of you being activists and protesting in your local communities as well for different injustices, whether that be social or worldwide or environmental during this time. We see that also being successful. We see you being in the spotlight, or those around you coming towards you as a looking at you as an influential kind of a leader person during this time frame. And those energies being successful because you're very confident. You have this very strong, confident, determined energy about you right now for my Taurus. And also, again, these could be energies coming towards you in a dating sense as well for my singles out there, or energies that you're potentially dating right now, because we do have that Leo strength energy there. And, you know, that could very well be presented as a person in this kind of like air sign energy, very Uranus energy of the Fool card here. So keep that in mind. You could have an air sign or a fire sign coming in because that's what's on your chart. Heart chakra. Beautiful. It looks like a lot of you have already been doing some work on your heart chakra, but for those of you who have not, go ahead and listen to some heart frequency music. Do some things that make your heart feel good. Treat yourself well. You know, say some affirmations. Do some things that help you open up your heart chakra. Remember some good times and work on opening your heart chakra because it's going to help anchor in this abundance, and it's going to help solidify this confidence, and it's going to bring confidence to your love life and bring confidence in romantically as well. You won't just see it in other aspects of your life. So the universe is saying, if you haven't, make sure that you focus your energies during this time frame on your heart chakra, opening that up, and doing things that help proceed forward with positive manifestations and love. Heartache and loss. No wonder you need to do work on your heart chakra. Some of my Leos have gone through some of my Tauruses have gone through a breakup potentially with a Leo or someone in a Leo or fire sign or air sign type energy, and you're moving on from that, but you're going to be successful. The universe wants you to get back out there, put yourself back out there in the limelight, work on your heart chakra so that you can bring in these new beginnings and new love. Looks like some of you potentially stood up for yourself in a bad situation or bad relationship, and that's caused you some heartache, some pain, some loss, or had to, you know, cut some people out who are too toxic for you or toxic for where you want to be in life. These new paths and new cycles, everybody can't go with you, and that was an emotional situation, emotional decision for you to make for some of you Taurus out there. But the universe is supporting you and saying, heal from this pain that you've gone through or you're going to experience, and remember your heart chakra and to put yourself first and how strong you are, because you're going to move forward to something very positive. And if you haven't yet stood up for yourself, to speak up for yourself, speak up for what you want, speak up for this new start, and move forward into this heart energy, into this green energy we see wanting to come in, heal your heart and re-strengthen yourself so that the abundance can come in after any heartache and loss that you've suffered. Okay, let's see what else. Power, beautiful. Okay, so we see that Leo kind of like strength energy presented itself again. And this is you taking your power back after a heartache and loss, after some struggles and difficulties. For my Taurus out there, you could have gone up against opposition with a Leo, fire sign, or air sign, and you're just taking your power back. You're recovering, you're regaining, you're grounding, and you're just moving forward with life. For some of you who have left situations and relationships, it could have been with a fire sign or an air sign person, and we see you taking control of your life back from this dominating energy and saying you're just not going to take it anymore. You're going to move forward, you're going to heal yourself, and you're going to put yourself back out there so you can have successful new beginnings. And you're very confident about that fact. You're very logical in this time period. For my Taurus out there, you've grounded your energy and you're working on healing your heart, but you're approaching the situation very logically, and you understand in some cases, for some of you, where you gave your power away, so you know how to get it back and what you need to work on to get it back, and that's exactly what you're doing. So we see some beautiful energy for many of you Taurus out there, some successful new beginnings after some hard times and after some obstacles that you've been through. And we just see you standing your ground, being a leader, speaking up for yourself on a grand scale so that you can get what you deserve. More blessings and less lessons. Okay, so let's see what the romance angels has to say about love situations, romance situations during this time frame for my Taurus singles and couples out there. Let your friends help you. Okay, so for some of you who are going through breakups, you know, it does help once you've cleared your mind, or whether you do that afterwards, but it does help to have family, friends, and loved ones around supporting you and reminding you of how awesome you are during these situations. And some of you might find that now you're ready to go back out there into a dating situation, and the universe is saying, hey, you have some people around you that might know a good guy for you or a good girl for you. So reach out and just let them know, hey, I've done some healing on my heart after that bad situation, and I'm opening myself up to dating again. And you might be surprised what your friends or who they might suggest or what they might suggest you do or go out with them. And you know, you could come across somebody during this time frame. We do have energies presenting itself during this time frame as major arcanas, air energy and fire energy for you Taurus out there. So be out on the lookout. You've taken your power back. You've healed. You've spoken up for yourself. You're being viewed as a leader by those around you. This is really good energy to work with. Make the effort to, you know, have your new beginning, have your new love life, to bring in this new love that you want. And for those of you in high aspected relationships and things are going well, then, you know, this is the universe saying, your spouse may need a little emotional support during this time. So make sure that you're not only pouring into your own cup, but you're pouring into your relationship cup, that you're giving your family and your friends the emotional support that they need, and that you're being there for them, and that is a reciprocal situation. You're both receiving love, that you're giving, that your cup is not empty, that you're trying to give from. And the universe is saying for you singles to go ahead and start putting yourself back out there. You're being viewed as a leader. You're being viewed as this outspoken, beautiful energy. And that is very powerful and attractive to a lot of men out there. So go ahead and put yourself out there. And if you're emotionally ready for a new beginning, because the universe is going to support this heart chakra growing and this healing and this you taking your power back and, you know, moving into this fiery, passionate energy. Beautiful. Beautiful. It looks like if you do that, for many of my Taurus out there, you could be finding yourself in a very, or those of you who have moved away from a relationship, you might have potentially been married to that person. Some of you guys are just in a tough period within your relationship, your marriage, or your situation that you find yourself in right now. And the universe is just saying, if it isn't something detrimental, again, if you are not being abused mentally, physically, and spiritually, to make the effort towards that. But if it is something very low aspected, low vibrational, to put that effort towards yourself, love yourself, heal your heart, and move on, and know that you have the strength and you'll be supported to do so. Okay, Taurus? So don't be afraid to put yourself first. And ask your gods, petition your gods, the universe, whomever you, whatever you believe in, to assist you during this time. And ask your family and friends and people you respect down here, right here in your life, to help you during this time. And that can be very beneficial for you if you just reach out. All right, Taurus. Let's wrap up with Kuan Yin. Always beautiful reading. Always ties in the reading so well. All right, so for this time period, you have here the yellow tiger mother. Sometimes we must be strong and hold true whilst all around us seems to be shifting and changing. The yellow mother, the yellow tiger mother, Kuan Yin, in her guardian role is roaring within you. all these, all these felines. Um, the yellow tiger mother Kuan Yin in her guardian role is roaring within you, reminding you that you are a powerful being of light, and even whilst you are in the flow of the universal forces, your strong roots help you stand your ground as your true light shines through. Beautiful. And we see that energy. It may not be a tiger, these may be represented as lions here, but we see this energy. We see the universe supporting you right now in your changes and supporting you to grow and end out these cycles, start new cycles. Passionate, aware, observant, and in a more understanding way of how to keep your power, retain your power, but give love. And again, some of you in a romantic sense, you could see love coming in during this time frame. For those of you who are ready after you've done some heart healing, and you're putting yourself out there, you can find yourself just hanging out with some friends. You can meet somebody interesting of an air or fire sign. But this is a great period for new beginnings and to continue your soul's journey, continue this healing. You're going to be looked at during this time frame as a leader within your community or at work. So you might get some recognition for some efforts as well in that respect too. For my Taurus out there, I'm Bri. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and you subscribe. And if you have any questions, you go ahead and leave them below. Thanks so much for sharing your good energy.